What's good, peeps? Thanks always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Don't forget as well, please, to like and share the vids. Again, thank you to everyone that does still do that. You can also support the channel as well. I do have a Patreon account. The link is in the description. All right, quick vid this one. Although I do know I tend to say that a lot and it's never a quick vid, but this one should be a quick vid. Simple question, people. Fix or not? What do you guys think? What's your gut feeling telling you? I know a lot of people would have watched that fight on Saturday night and now rewatched it because of what's happened. If you haven't seen the fight, I don't know why you wouldn't have, but if you haven't seen the fight, you can watch it on Sky Sports Boxing's YouTube page. If you don't know what Ade's talking about and you've been on Mars for the last, 48 hours or so, let me give you a quick recap. Dave Allen returned to the ring on Saturday night. We've not seen Dave Allen in the ring since he lost to David Price in the summer. Well, he returned on the undercard of Kell Brook versus Mark DeLuca and took on Dorian Darch in a 6-rounder. Now, a number of bets, a lot of bets, in fact, were put on Dave Allen getting a 3rd round stoppage. Dave Allen went on to get a 3rd round stoppage. As a result, I think the British Boxing Board of Control have opened up an investigation into it, and people are going back and forth on social media as to whether or not they think the fight was fixed. What do you guys think? I'm very split on it. I can't lie to you. I just watched the fight again, and I can't lie, it does look suspicious. I'm not saying it was fixed. It does, however, though, look a bit suspicious. Dave Allen doesn't throw a meaningful punch in the first 6 minutes of that fight. Like nothing. There were openings to do so as well. He just doesn't throw it. So much so that looking at it, it almost looks as though his right hand's injured because he doesn't throw it. Sometimes you watch these big fights, and when someone doesn't throw their right hand in anger, you think there's an injury. He doesn't throw it, or you think he's playing possum. Doesn't do anything for 6 minutes. Now, that doesn't mean it's suspicious. That might mean, okay, you know, I've been out of the ring a long time. Yes, I know I can get rid of this guy in the first minute, but I want a few rounds. That's normal. I've seen fighters carry fighters because they're trying to do a few things. Dave Allen was trying to do a few things in there. I thought he was practicing his head movement a little bit, right? Blowing out the cobwebs. Again, when you're so confident you can beat someone, you don't necessarily go in there and land the first right hand straight away. Sometimes you do want to get a few rounds, and he might have just wanted to do that. But looking at it from the other side, it does look ridiculously suspicious when you know that there are a number of bets put on in the 3rd round, just because, again, the first 2 rounds, and again, if you've not watched it, go and watch it. The first 2 rounds, he is throwing nothing. The 3rd round, from the very first second, boom. Literally from the very first second. As soon as he comes out in the corner, he throws in anger immediately. And as we know, puts Dorian Darch down, I think, in the first 15 or 20 seconds of the 3rd round. Then Dorian Darch gets up, then puts him down again. Now, a lot of people are saying that Dorian Darch got up the 2nd time and almost told Dave Allen to throw another punch. I'm not sure. I'm not a lip reader, so I don't know. But it almost looks like he tells Dave Allen, go on then. But I don't know if that's just him egging each other on. Like, come on then. Like, you know, like what fighters do. So I'm not sure. I always wonder with these things, because you hear a lot about fight fixings. And I always wonder, how much can they make? I don't know. I asked some guy in the gym who does a bit of betting himself, and he was like, they can make a lot of money. I don't know how much Dorian Darch was getting paid for that fight. What would he have got paid for that fight? 10 grand? 20 grand? I don't know. It wouldn't be a lot, would it? Could he make another 20, 30 grand by throwing a fight? I don't know. I mean, what would Dave Allen have got paid for that fight? 50, 60? Could he have doubled his money by throwing a fight? Is it worth it? I don't know, people. I don't know. Honestly, again, I've watched it so many times, and I can't lie to you, it does look a bit suspicious. Again, just because Dave Allen does nothing for the first 2 rounds. Nothing. Nothing. Zero. Right? He's almost just throwing a couple of soft body shots and throwing out the jab and moving his head. And the 3rd round comes and it's boom. But then, again, on the flip side, and I'm going to be doing this a lot, I'm going to be going back and forth with myself here. On the flip side, if you were to ask me before the fight what round I think Dave Allen would win in, I would have probably predicted the 3rd round. In a 6-round fight against a journeyman in Dorian Darch, I would have said the 3rd round. Just because, again, I would have said, oh, he's probably going to want 1 or 2 rounds just to get his timing off. And then the 3rd round, he's going to say, you know what, let's do this. That's what I would have kind of predicted. So I think, is it suspicious that a lot of bets went on the 3rd round? Or is that kind of obvious in a 6-round fight? I don't know. I'm not sure. Again, I asked the people, you, the people, what do you think? What do you think? Having watched the fight, and I know a lot of you would have watched it. I've seen on social media, a lot of people have already said, you know what, it was a fix. I don't know if it's that. Honestly, my arse is firmly perched on the fence here because I'm just not sure. Again, I don't know how much money can be made from this. If someone's going to tell me hundreds and hundreds of thousands can be made, then okay. But if it's a case of Dave Allen just doubling his money, nah. What's he going to do that for? I mean, he's almost a fighter that's guaranteed to be on shows. He is. He's a fighter that Eddie Hearn would chuck on pay-per-view shows just because he's a ticket seller, he's entertaining, and he's a decent level fighter. So I don't see why he would do it. I mean, Dorian Darch, I don't know anything about. I mean, him making 10,000 and then doubling it or tripling it to 30, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. And I'm not trying to give you a cop-out answer. I just have no idea. But I guess if an investigation has been opened into this, then I don't know. I guess it's more than just suspicions, right? Those that are in the know maybe know something. What do you guys think? Anyway, let me know. Peace.